It's a beautiful day in 𝗵𝘁'𝘀, Pennsylvania. We're closing in on the last couple of steps with this James Hardie repair project that we've been working on. Let's take you around back and show you where we're at. Guys are working on getting some of the metal bent that we're going to need around the backside. Let's get around the backside of the building here and see what's going on. So it's an ongoing process to finish getting everything laid out and painted and giving it time to dry between getting things up. So we'll get you the first view up over the garage. You can see that that part up there is completed. So that's all in. And then what we're working on here today, we've got the rest of the back of the living room here and a little bit up over that back door. Let's get up a little bit closer. All right, so we can get a good view of what's going on here and what we've been talking about with getting the distance and packing the roof, separating that from the James Hardie board by putting that strip of 𝗷𝘂𝘀𝘀 or 𝗓𝘂𝘀𝘀, a PVC trim board in there first, and then working with the aluminum flashing to help make sure that all the layers are going to shed right. So any water that comes down off that roof, any water that comes down on the James Hardie, that it's got continuous metal surface where it's constantly get moved forward and moved to the outside. So that's going to go on first, and then we've got some HydroGap and some other pieces that we're going to put in there. We got the piece of drip edge is going to get lined up, put on, cut that off, and then again we're working on continuing putting the flashing layers in. So let's watch how this goes together here. And once we get these pieces of aluminum in where they go, that allows us to bring the whatever the house wrap or the HydroGap that we're going to bring down over the other side, keep moving those layers out so that things are constantly being moved out. Once all those pieces are in, everything's flashed correctly, we've got those water control layers in where they need to be, and then we can continue with installing the rest of the James Hardie board. So we've still got this light block to get replaced and some other pieces up through here. But the guys made some really good progress yesterday, getting the stuff over the garage up and done, and getting the bottom half of this kind of brought up and worked in so that we had all of the pieces between the windows start to get that taken care of, and the water damage has already been repaired. So we're down just kind of hopefully the last day here. We'll see if we run into any more challenges along the way, but it's fairly straightforward from this point on. Once that piece of 𝗂𝘂𝘀𝘀 is on and trimmed correctly, flashed correctly, they can continue working on that. Somebody's gonna be able to bring that across through here, and then our other guys gonna be working on this side and bringing this up to the top. So what we're gonna do, we'll take you up on the roof, and we'll get you a closer look at what's going on with the top of the project up here. All right, so from up here, you can really get a much better view of what's going on with the trim board and then the drip cap that's going on. So we've got our pieces of metal here, everything overlapped. You can see how this goes up behind, comes down. Any water that comes down into the control layers is going to wind up on top of this and out. This is not touching here, which means that it's not going to get wet. It's not going to sit here and soak up moisture from the bottom. And because of the way that's sliced, there's a little bit of an air gap that's going to allow, again, any water that gets behind there to be able to drip out. And if you remember the before pictures and through the magic of television, maybe I'll edit some of them in right here. If you remember before, all of this was very, very dark and very, very water stained from it just sitting with the hard edges of this down against the roof deck. And so you were getting all the water from the roof deck just absorbing into that porous cementous board. And so with this system, you got plastic, PVC, 𝗂𝘂𝘀𝘀, 𝗓𝘂𝘀𝘀, one of those brands down here, protecting this product. And then we've also left another, 1/2 or 3/4 inch gap there all the way down, and that's going to protect the product from the water, but yet allow the drainage that we need to allow. So the guys fabricated a new drip cap for on top of here. It's sealed on the edge, wrapped around. Very nice job the way that detail is done. And again, we've got just a little bit of a gap so that any water that comes down behind here has a path out. We never want to seal the bottoms. We always want to make sure that we're leaving a path for water to get to daylight. If you create a dam, it will fill up, it will back up, and then water's going to get in somewhere. So one of the things that we can do now, now that the bulk of the work is done, is we'll get the roof deck cleaned off here, and then I'm going to extend that downspout all the way down into the gutter so that it's not running the Grand Canyon across the top of these shingles. We're going to do the same thing here on this side, and that's going to wind up getting extended down into the downspout down there. We got a little bit of cleanup left to pick up the debris, and then where this meets the top, we're just using some high quality adhesive sealant to lock all of that in. So making progress there on that piece. And the guys are working down on the bottom. Looks like he's got that piece of metal in where it needs to go. And doing a little touch-up painting on the other pieces down there and getting measurements for the next boards that need to get cut for where they're going. So we're gonna let the guys keep cranking. I don't wanna get in their way. We're making good progress, and things are coming along nicely. But if we can help solve a problem for you, roofing, siding, windows, doors, decks, anything on the interior of your home, finished bathroom, finished basements, bathroom renovations, kitchen makeovers, drywall, spackle, plumbing, electrical, all those sorts of things we're happy to help with. Looking to build a custom dream home, an addition, a garage, our team can assist you with all of those projects as well. We have a dedicated office staff standing by to answer your calls at 484-748-0008. Choose option 2 for 𝗂𝘁 Construction and Renovation, and extension 2 for new projects. Our staff is there from 9:30 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon weekdays. 𝗂𝘁 Build is your full-service construction and renovation company and a Pennsylvania home improvement contractor number 88078. If you're watching here on Facebook, like our page. If you've got a problem, take a picture of it, send it to us through that Contact Us button at the top, and that'll be the fastest way to reach us. If you're watching on YouTube, click that subscribe button, hit that notifications bell. And the reason being, we want you to have all the information that you could ever want to know about how your house goes together and about the very important ways of making sure that we're wearing belt and suspenders, that the house is protected. And the reason that's important is at some point, something's going to go wrong at your house. And when it does, you're probably going to need to hire a contractor. And if you don't live near us, and you're looking for somebody you can trust, you're going to want to know the right questions to ask. You want to know how this is supposed to go together so that, that contractor doesn't have the opportunity to sell you a load of stuff that you don't really need. We want you to understand and make sure that you're getting someone that really does know how it needs to go together properly. So not so that you get sold stuff that you don't need, but that you're getting sold a process and a completed, finished project that's going to last for the lifetime of your forever home. That's the goal. We want to make sure that your home is protected, and that when you put money into your home, you're getting that value back out of it, and you're not 5 years down the road finding that some of that work that was done was defective, wasn't done right, and now you've got this problem where it's all for naught because it has to be redone because something wasn't flashed correctly and it leaked, or it was installed right down against the roof deck, and now the product's been damaged and it has to be replaced. So if we can help you, give our team a call, send us a message. We hope you subscribe to our channel and you hang out with us on future episodes of Forever Home. This is Drew in 𝗓𝘁'𝘀, Pennsylvania. We'll catch you next time.